What's going on, Gary?
What are you doing on that side of the screen, Rod?
Man, my back is sore from doing all the shoveling in my driveway. Golly.
Scooping the snows. Yeah, I'm not.
Yes, sir.
I scooped a little bit, but not a fan.
Oh, goodness. You talking about going to work. Holy cow.
And it was too cold. Yeah. Does it seem weird being on the other side of the screen? You see where...
Oh, you got it flipped. I see what you're saying now. Okay.
You want to switch?
Doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Now we're back.
Oh, there you are, dude.
I was looking for you.
Man, let's see. I was looking over there for you. I didn't see you.
Well, that would have messed up our little.
It would. There's like, woo.
Holy cow.
Oh,
man, was Doug Perry first?
There's Doug Perry. Hey, Doug. Doug, did you guys get some of this snow up northeast?
What?
There's the goose.
The goose is in the house.
The goose.
Yeah. He told me, he called me. He goes, listen, I'm telling you right now, you keep all that snow from Wichita in Wichita. Don't be sending it this way. And I was like, I think it's Texas's fault, isn't it? Isn't that what it was saying? It's going up that way. It wasn't our fault. You know what I mean?
I think, didn't that mess give them a whole bunch more than we got?
I don't know. What did we say we got? 6 something?
Yeah, the thing I seen from the airport, I'm just a couple miles from the airport, was like 6.9. Right. So maybe I got a little less being west of the airport. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But maybe.
Enough
would you get
school?
Oh yeah, enough. Well, that's a little fairy dust and it close the school.
Oh, yeah, if you get a little bit of wind and a little bit of cold, it's closed.
It's gonna be 31. Close the school.
Goose, how much did you get? How much snow did you get? Who else chimed in there? Was that Jim Robinson?
Doug said they got 5 inches up there where he's at. There's Kedge Welshire. Hi. I've probably killed your pronouncing of your name. Sorry about that.
I think you got it.
There's Jim Lauer. Hey, Jim, up in Salina. They got a pretty good amount of snow up there too.
Yeah, Salina.
Shannon Wise. Hey, Shannon. Tracy Lynn. Hey, fellas. She says, Tracy Lynn.
Stay inside. Stay warm, Tracy.
Yeah, no kidding. Woo. Man, there's Tanner. He's still awake. He's not in bed yet.
Oh my goodness.
There's Tanner. Hey, Tanner. I'm wearing my thermals to work tomorrow because I really believe it's going to be really cold there in that section where we work. I left the swinging doors open that go to the weld shop so that some of that machine shop heat can come in there. Yeah, we've got a heater mess at work, Rod.
It sounds like I thought that was a brand new building.
It's a few years old, but they put the wrong kind of system in it, and it's shot. It is not good, especially as cold as it's going to be for a couple days here.
Oh, it's going to be cold, Gary.
So I'm taking some cold weather gear with me. I missed. Goose says we have a mess at least 6 inches.
Yeah,
man. Okay, I nailed his pronunciation. Okay, good.
I know you did. You're good at that.
Now, Goose says actually he thinks 8.
Oh, well, yeah. Now that we we had 6, so he's got to, if we had 7, he would have said 9.
9. We had about a foot, didn't we, Rod? About a foot.
Foot and a half. About a foot and a half. Yeah.
Larry says Springfield 6 to 7.
6 to 7. 6. Did you say 6, 7? Is that what I heard?
6, 7.
I'm here all night.
Oh yeah, Melissa Morrow says, "Hi guys, must be time to cook some dinner." It is. I've lost track of time this weekend. Tanner says, "Hopefully my little space heater is still going." I took a little space heater that we borrowed from that hallway and took it back down into that hallway. So, I'm trying to help you out.
There you go.
There's Brian. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Brian?
All right. Troy says we had 11.21 actually.
Whoa, are you serious?
He was measuring a drift.
Is that a 11? Man, that's got to be a record.
Oh, man. Come on, Troy.
Come on now. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, we know it snowed and it's colder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Tracy says, did Tiff build her snowman? No, she did not.
I thought you had a snow human out there yesterday. Did you not?
Man, that darn kid, he went out there with wet hair and it froze. Ooh. And then he kept doing stuff and snow and I'm out on that.
Me too. I was that cold just watching. Man.
Yep. And shout out to Jesse James, Top Notch Heating and Cooling. Man, I had a heater problem here that popped up Wednesday, Thursday, and he got her fixed up on Friday afternoon before it really got cold. So shout out to Jesse, and thanks for the skill and knowledge he has to work on heating and cooling. When Tiffany met him, when she met him here at the house Friday afternoon, when he had the part to fix it, it was 52 degrees in the hallway.
Oh, man, that's cold. What was old Bear saying? He was like, get me out of here. He's going to turn you in for the dog-a-boost.
I told the guys at work, I'm going to go home and my dog is going to be gone. my dog left with Jesse.
That's right.
He's out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
Goose says 2 inches was from Wichita because it came in upside down.
Old Goose.
There's Charles McPherson. What's up, fellas?
Up,
Mr. Charles. Woo!
Where he just went on vacation? Didn't he go to like Puerto Rico or something?
Yeah, he was in t-shirt and shorts, and the sun was shining.
Had a little drink. He was having a good time.
If he's smart, he'd still be there right now.
I'm telling you what.
Don't come back to
Bradenton in Florida with the
man, 80 degrees, man. Yeah. Larry says forecasting -8 tonight.
Get those puppies inside.
We're gonna have some singles like that 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock range in the morning. It's gonna be single digits. Bird.
Right.
Tim's Broncos didn't make it. Sorry, Tim. So he says, go Seahawks.
Okay.
That game's on right now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Spring. Okay. We got some snow. Let's go spring. Come on.
Once you get for your first snow, you're just ready. Let's just go ahead and fast forward to March.
Yeah. Yep. 2 neighbors down the cul-de-sac they each had a snow blower. They came in here and cleaned up my driveway, and
nice.
And I went out with the shovel a little bit and broomed off the car, broomed off Tiffany's truck and my truck, and scooped a little snow out of the way, and it's all cleaned up. So
nice
to have helping neighbors do cool stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Rod. It's winter. It stinks. And did you say you scooped your whole driveway?
About 80% of it took about 2.5 hours.
Man, what's wrong with you?
I'm working. I didn't know anything's wrong with me. My neighbors are out there doing it too.
Maybe it was like an inch of snow.
I put my cars inside, so because I don't want them to get cold.
Catch a cold.
So I bring my vehicles inside.
Ooh. I don't have my vehicle that belongs inside isn't here.
We got plenty of room. You can
it's not here yet.
Skating rink back there.
It's parked inside a shop in Salina. I saw it in a picture. Did you see it? Yeah. I saw it. Tucked in the corner. There's Tim Osmond. What's up, guys? Hey, Tim. There's Clayton Boyer. Evening, gentlemen. Hey, Clayton. Yeah, Doug said he did that too. And scooped his driveway. Doug says he did that also.
Yes, sir.
There's Charles. Charles says, I was in Puerto Rico. Wish I was still there.
I know it. He brought the cold weather back.
Holy
Is that what
smokes.
happened? Well, that don't make sense because it was nice there. So,
Man, terrible. Yep. Well, you want to rock on here?
let's do it.
Do it, tear it up. We are going to, we decided when we kicked this off this year, we was going to highlight a marketing partner each week, a different partner. And who would you guess will do this week, Rod?
Well, I mean, we might as well do the last time we did the first person that joined the podcast. So it only makes sense now to do the second person to join the podcast. And so that's Sandlin Iron and Metal.
Sandlin Iron and Metal. And Brandon racing down in Bradenton, Florida this weekend. So he went down there and went to the final. So
Sandlin Iron and Metal. We buy and crush junk cars in Wichita, Kansas. J.R. Sandlin has been in the salvage business since the age of 15.
Man.
JR continues in his family's mission to provide outstanding customer service and pricing to the Midwest. Since opening their doors over 40 years ago, JR and his family have been proud to call Wichita their home. Whether you need an auto recycled, auto crusher, or parts pulled, we can handle it all. Sandlin Iron Metal is both licensed and bonded to serve customers in Wichita and surrounding areas. Need used parts for your vehicle? Check out our parts page and view our inventory to find out the right price at the right part at the right price. Big or small, we buy it all. So JR and his team is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're closed Saturdays and Sundays. They're located at 3059 North Hoover Street in Wichita, Kansas, 67205. If you want to get a hold of JR Sandlin by email, just at jrsandlin@gmail.com.
Nice. Huge. Thanks to Sandlin Iron and Metal, JR, and Brandon and the crew and everybody. Thanks a bunch.
Yep. No, they did great. Yeah, and like you were saying, Brandon made it to the finals. They had problems getting down there with the toter, but they had people come to the rescue, and that's how they roll. You know what I mean? It's just like last time they were rolling out. They're in the back changing the oil and everything.
Yeah.
And, the property, and sure enough, I think they missed a qualifier again, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? They roll in and put out some killers, didn't they? Right there, race the racetrack. Did you see they put some nitrous on the car as well? I think
I've seen that.
A screw blower and nitrous and 10.5s. That's all you need, Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, they posted a picture the other day. I think it's when they had the top of the engine tore apart, and you can see them nitrous express solenoids up on the firewall there, up on the cowl area. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But
Jim says, did Brandon win? He did not. He went red, didn't he?
He did go red, and he needed to, push the tree as hard as he could.
Yeah.
I think I had a few numbers on him, Perez Jr. But what a weekend, man! Still, go all the way finals. And they also said Brian Lone's talking about they ain't splitting. So I guess they talked about before and winner take all type situation. That's pretty cool. And so, but hats off to West Buck and that whole deal.
Yeah, that is a extremely cool race to to have on the feed. Flow Racing carries that. It's a really awesome combination of classes. It's real entertaining to watch.
It really is. See, so we're 2 down, 1 to go, right?
Yeah.
And then so the $1 million deal is out, right? The chassis is out as well because Party Time. Jason Harris went out, right? So that's now off the table.
That's out.
Justin Martin made it to the finals as well. He's one of our guys that's been on the show.
Yep.
And then Pro 10.5 in the finals, it was both small blocks on both sides. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Or maybe I did.
Nick, he's got, we're talking about from Canada. He's got a small block. And then
no kidding. I didn't know that.
Jerry, golly, I'm going to kill the name.
Morgano.
Little small block Ford there with twins. For real.
Man.
Won it all.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
And those cars are running 390s, aren't they? 380s or whatever on the 10.5s on a 31 10.5, a big 10.5.
A huge 10.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have the true 10.5, right? And man, we had a couple guys going 3s on that deal, right? 2 or 3 of them.
Yep.
Wasn't it? Who all
Yep.
went to 3?
Perez.
Right.
Perez did. Bill Lutz did like in 91 or 93, something like that.
Yeah.
Was there 3 of them? Who was the third?
Brian Martin, I think, went as well.
Yeah, Brian Martin.
And then
Man.
we also had a slew of 4.0s, 401, 402.
Yeah.
Kelly went some 405s, I believe.
Hey, and for the first time with that class of stuff, the clocks were on finally, right?
Right.
And you know what? There was no surprise. We all knew them cars were fast.
Oh, they're fast. Yeah.
Let's turn the clocks off so they don't know how fast we are. No, we know they're fast.
Oh, yeah. They're just a tick off the Pro 10.5 cars. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then in X, Jared Johnson was there showing out. Did you see that?
Yep. He went. Yep. He went a few rounds, right?
Yeah. Went in the 20s. And
20s.
Bill Lackey ended up winning that bad boy in a little Mustang.
Okay.
Charles Hall was there. Yeah. And then Joe Grayhouse won, right? Ultra in Davies' car.
I didn't catch that. I think I had some real sketchy stuff going on. And I just shut it off.
No, mine was okay. Of course, I was doing this transmission on the side, so I was about 45 minutes behind, like I was telling you, because I was shoveling that driveway. But what made it nice, I got to fast forward through the little track.
Yeah.
But
But
man, what a show. 2 out of 3 down. I'm ready for next month. I mean, another, what'd you think about the little Stevie Fast and the Murder Nova deal, and them getting the trip draw and stuff? That was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was going to be a great race.
Yeah, it was a great race.
Wish Sean would have won,
Sure. Yeah, it's super pulling for. And Stevie ended up winning it all, man. Did you see that whole deal in the final where his reverser broke and they pushed him back? And so he got it. So, and he had a package too. When a reaction time of 11 and a 356. I mean, dude, 4 years ago or whatever, I wasn't a Pro Mod fan. I became a Pro Mod fan when me and you were at Flying H watching on the fence. Remember that? Yeah. And Pro Series, Midwest Pro Mods. And then I started watching this winter series with Buck and stuff. Dude, if you went a 359 with like a 9, you were out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cow.
There was a slew of, the number you had to hit. There was 3 or 4. It was within a thousandth apart. Yeah. And then it's crazy how tight that had to be to get you in the show.
I know, man. I'm telling you what. And
the thousands
going that last hit, Murder Nova went a 58 to get him in. And I think Melanie Cellini also went a 57 or something, but like, it's no joke. And then they say there's like 70 pro mods on the property. I mean, holy cow, you know what I mean? Drag racing is alive and well, man. I mean, people need to be paying attention to what West Buck's doing.
Yep. That was very entertaining. With slicks, we're a radial race fan, but Duck's deal is cool and all. There's a lot of downtime, a lot of tractor time and all that. But Wes's deal is super entertaining. There's slicks and pro mods and super fast cars and radial stuff mixed in also. And man, it was just some great racing, really good racing.
That's got to be a bucket list item for us, even just to go watch and be on the property,
Little Gangsters class was pretty cool.
Yeah. There you go. I forgot about that. Little Gangsters. That's another one, man. Incredible.
Super entertaining, man. It was good.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. You got some pictures to get in front of us before we bring on the ICT Billet Boys. Hey, we could actually say it this time. It's real Billet Boys.
ICT Billet Boys. That's got a good ring to it.
Yeah, dude.
Let's shout out.
Maybe we can negotiate. They can, Alan, we can sell that to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Billet Boys.
Billet Boys. I've talked to him.
Let's shout out the rest of these partners we have with us here. Let's give a shout out to these awesome partners that are with us now in 2026. Titans of 10.5, the fastest small tire series in the Midwest. CMB, Chuck's Metal Buildings and Construction. Harry Street Carpet, Mobile Recon Mobile Detailing, Ozark Raceway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, TNS Race Cars, and Sandland Iron and Metal. Super huge thank you to these awesome partners for coming on board with us in the racing season of 2026. Thanks a ton.
Nice. Hey,
Yes.
great job, Gary. You always do a good job with that. Give a shout out to CMB. Tell everybody who that is.
Let's I'll just move us out of the way and pull that up. And I've got this little thing right here. This is a new partner on board with us this year, and it's a super awesome fella that we race with.
Yep.
His name is Ray Parsons, and he's out of Arkansas. And I'm going to read this little description that he sent us about CMB, Chuck's Metal Buildings. He says, Dad, which is Ray, this come from Ray Parsons. So Dad, and his name is Chuck. Chuck started in 1988 welding, which led to metal buildings in the early 90s. I is Ray. Ray started helping some in 1995 and full-time in 1998. Later in 2008, I took over the majority of it. It has always been me, which is Ray, Dad, that's Chuck, and Mom, in which she has always taken care of the books, so it has definitely been 100% family owned and operated. Nowadays, Riker is Ray's son. Riker helps a decent amount in the evenings, also along with all my guys. We do anything from 1,200 square feet builds up to 30,000 plus square feet builds, residential and commercial metal buildings. Ray Parsons, and that's Chuck's Metal Buildings Incorporated, 479-518-1156.
And we'll,
I
just wanted you to say that was Ray Parsons.
Oh, well, I didn't get the memo.
Shout out when it says turn, but
we'll give him another turn.
Ultra Street, because they were the third one to jump in on us for the sponsorship. But man, speaking of Ray Parsons, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his car. I know we got it back, and we got to see a little sneak peek video of that thing just sounding so nasty. And a great guy, of course, Riker, his son, that races with him, and we met them down in Centerville, and it's been a good connection there. Very cool.
Yep. Can't wait to see his car.
Yes.
And that little Suburban engine he's got too,
Yeah, nice little Suburban. And if you need one, you can go down to ICT Billet and get one. Apparently, we'll talk about that here in a minute.
They got looks like they got racks and racks of them.
Apparently, yeah. You don't even need to go GM. You just go to ICT Billet. All right. What do you got?
You got any updates on your car? What are you doing? Anything? You just chilling?
I got me some parts in, and I got my wing in from Mike. What is it? Kostick? Am I saying that right?
Mike Kostick. Yep.
Oh, so I got it unpacked and everything. It was fragile when it showed up. It was messy.
It is fragile.
So, but that was it. I do have a side job I'm doing right now, a 700 R4 out of a 03 Cobra Mustang or Mach 1 or something. And but yeah, that's about it going over here. I figured it'd be a good weekend to be messing with transmissions just because it's so cold outside.
Cold.
But but now I got all the fire system done. I took some pictures and I feel good with that on the suppression system. I got the belts all done. We got them back, got them hanging there on the 7-point. And that's going to be interesting with the legs coming on each side, and one up the middle. Yeah. And so I got that done. And so, yeah, feeling good. So
good.
Yeah. How about you? I know you're anxiously waiting on a dyno session and a trailer to come up to Salina.
Yep. I seen in a picture the hatch is on, the tail lights are in, the quarter windows are on, the doors are on, the front fenders are on. Heck so it's like an
automobile.
It's getting to be look like a car. I think getting close.
I think Mark and Brad are just like toying with you. Like, hey, when do you want to call? We're going tomorrow. Let's wait till Friday. Let's wait. They're both up there in Salina. They're going to lunch over at that little slider joint where they have those burgers.
Oh, cozy inn.
Yeah, and so
actually, I talked to Mark today. He called.
There you go.
So he's expecting them valve covers. Yeah, don't have them valve covers yet. Hopefully, they're in transit between California and here, and we're trying to figure out how to light this thing off on the dyno
Well, maybe it's just the snow, but if they lose them, we'll get Stevie Fast Jackson on board to fight them, just like he did that. Did you see that?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy cow. Get down, get down. Is that
I think we got to get
Go ahead, sorry.
I think we got to get a cam signal, and I think we've got everything we need except for the sensor. So
okay.
Little strange setup that his dyno isn't set up for, but I think we got it handled.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Devin,
Devin Brown. What's up, fellas? Hey, Devin.
What's going on, buddy?
Tate and Cheever says, just let me know on them Suburban engines. He's got plenty of them in stock.
Buy one, get one free, Devin Brown just had a birthday, didn't he? His little baby boy.
Did he? Oh, yeah, little one.
Cool.
Jim Robinson says, you guys think it's cold? We just got back from Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. It was minus 15 with wind chills of minus 40. Ooh. No.
Just saying minus 40. I got like a chill in my back.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
A long there. Holy cow.
Yeah. All right. We just got a couple things here before the Billet boys, the ICT Billet boys. Yep. What is this? Oh, this is Mel Hamilton Racing. So they got a big open house coming up real soon. The biggest racing preseason event in Kansas is coming back on Saturday, February the 21st. Make plans to attend the Mel Hamilton Racing Open House February 21st, 2026 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Huge deals on all racing parts and accessories, manufacturer representatives, vendors, free lunch, and more. Only at Mel Hamilton. It's on West Kellogg. You know where it's at. So that's always a really good time.
Yes. A lot of good time, man, hanging out there and like I said, free lunch, get some deals. Every time I go in there, I buy something. So at least this time I'll get a discount because of the open house. But awesome stuff. Can't wait.
Get some good lunch. They always got good food at that deal.
Yep.
Oh, always good. Good eats. Woo.
Yep.
Let's show this real quick. The Titans at 10.5 has a really cool, colorful schedule put out.
Yeah, it looks good.
And that's coming.
This
is the last week of January this week.
Golly.
So
I'm getting ready to flip my Moro Photography Titans of 10.5 2026 calendar to February.
Yep. Man.
Alan's about done.
The third Saturday of February is the Mel Hamilton Open House. So
man.
Titans have their schedule out. Go check it out. Ozark Raceway posted this. They're announcing opening day Saturday, March 14th.
Wow.
That's not very far away either.
Wow.
Yeah. Gates will open at 2. Oh, yeah. No kidding. What is that, about 6 weeks?
About 6 weeks. I was thinking the same thing.
March 14th. Yeah.
We got 6 weeks to get our stuff ready.
7 weeks.
Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna have to go buy a different car. I'm gonna have something running. Yeah, you might too.
I know.
Gates open at noon. Track goes hot at 1. There's an extra set of dots in there. 1 p.m. $30 for the car and driver to test. $15 for spectators. Kids 17 and under get in free with a paid adult.
Nice.
So, yes.
Look at that. That's a good looking flyer there. Is that Devin Brown on the front?
I think so. Larry Hunt says, see you boys at Mel's.
Yes, sir. Come on over.
Yeah, it's like
Hopefully
Devin's car.
Like regular temperature,
Yeah, hopefully. Looks like Devin's car and San Petro's car and Lance's Camaro.
Yep.
I can't tell what the rest of them are. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. I'm going to bring this up because I thought it was really cool that it got posted. Sick the magazine. This was last week, I think. They posted this on Facebook and said, how many racers have finished a drag and drive with an 8-second average? You might be surprised at the number. See if you're in the 6 certified legends club here, and it's got a website you can click on. Street Legends accomplishing an 8-second average at a major drag and drive event. And who did I see in that list but Keith Lopez and Gary Putnam?
Hey, all right.
Yeah, they had this broke down by the years, 2005, 6, 11 on, And there's Keith at 26 from 2012. His average was 830 with a 7.
Okay.
And that was in 2012 drag week. And he finished 3rd in his class that year. That was the first one we went to. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm there at number 35 with an 864 average from 2014. I finished 2nd in my class. So
okay.
I seen that deal and I'm like, I know we're in here. And I opened that up and rolled through there, and I just thought that was kind of neat. Kind of neat to see. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. That's been a minute. 12 and 14, huh? Woo.
An 8-second average now is nothing. I mean, it's nowadays, man.
Seems like you can just go pick one of the manufacturing's car off the showroom floor and put some boost to it, and you're doing that. It seems like.
Yeah, that's right. Melissa says 82 days for Titans, 48 days for the Ozark opening day.
Oh man, it ain't like she's counting or anything. Golly, that's awesome.
Yeah. There's Russell Foreman. What's up, guys? Hey, Russell. Larry says that's Al's dragster in the the deal there. Yeah. Don Whitaker. What's up, fellas? Fellas, what's up? He says, hey, Don Whitaker. Don.
Is that Drew?
Don or Donald or Don Whitaker. He was pitted next to us at Ozark. Had the, I'm not kind of sure what kind of color you would call the Mustang, like a cream colored Mustang, just right next on the other side of the aisle, the aisleway that split. Yeah, he was parked right there.
Okay.
Yep. Kansas City guy. Yep.
Right on.
We talked about this for just a little bit.
Yeah, look at that.
Bill Lutz posted that, and so them guys putting a beating on them tires like this. This is something that Mickey will probably address, and you got to torture these tires to fix them. So they'll figure something out probably. Right
on. What do you think? Like Bill Lutz or Ryan Martin, JR or Brandon Sandlin, whatever. What do you think they're getting? 6-7 hits on it? You know what I mean? Are they just a set of tires a race, or what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Man, I don't, that's a great question. I have no idea. We'd have to ask Brandon.
Yeah, incredible. Of course, he does these burnouts to the 8th, and then he backs up, does it again. He just races the next time.
His last half as long.
Exactly.
But this stuff that they do, this kind of stuff helps the little guys like us. It just makes it better tires. It'll make a better tire for everybody when they get it figured out.
100%. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
I agree.
I might be wrong. I don't know.
I'm going to say you're right.
Yeah. But that's just a crazy picture. All that meat out of the middle of that tire.
No doubt.
And Bill says it's not my tire, not his.
Not his tire.
So yeah. Well, that's all we got. We're
ready. We got 30 minutes.
We got the house cleaned up.
We told them to be about 30 minutes. We come get them. You think they're at home?
We'll have to ring the doorbell and see if they're home.
We will have to ring the doorbell. They probably didn't get out. It's too cold. It's too cold outside.
It's too cold. They might be snuggled up with each other.
Yes.
You ready? Let's bring them on here.
Let's bring them in.
Alan and TJ, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good.
Well. Doing well. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, yeah. You looking comfy there, too. You got some nice chairs there, a little couch in the back there.
Nice warm. We got a fireplace in there, too, and a couple of beers.
Man. We should go there, Rod.
We could too, Gary.
We should pack up and go over there.
Unplug me. So, no, thanks for coming on. But, Gary and I are in Wichita. Alan, I don't know if we've met. Gary, have you met Alan yet?
Officially met him, no.
Yeah, same. And but we know TJ and stuff from around the way. But Alan, I've been watching you from afar, just watching your business, watching it grow. I know you're over there on West Street. I've actually been in there a few times, getting stuff. And but man, what a display at PRI you guys had! I was just like impressed. Well, I'll talk about that for a second. here in a little bit. But we want to bring you guys on and just talk a little shop, talk ICT Billet, how it became, and then we'll also, I see you got TJ next to you, so we'll talk some TJ stuff as well, and some LS, and every time I talked to Gary, I said, "Do you think they'll start bringing in other things besides LS and LT stuff?"
We get asked a lot.
I wonder if you did. That's interesting.
Hey, Rod.
They want the Ford parts and the Hemi parts, and we've got some parts. We even just wrapped up a couple throttle body adapters for BTR.
Oh.
I think they finished some Hemi parts last week for the swap plates for the engine.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
So,
well,
there's a few out there, so just keep holding out hope.
Okay,
we'll get
I like that. It's funny. You make a good product, people want some of it. You know what I mean? And you got to fit their stuff. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Greg?
Rodney over there trying to squeeze him for the Ford parts over there.
Yeah, I'll grip it. You know what I mean? Gotta have a packet or two.
Or you could just get you a Suburban engine.
I told you that before, right? I can't. Oh, here, hold on a second. I can't afford that stuff, Gary.
Well, all I can afford is the Suburban model.
Oh my goodness!
It's not a Cadillac engine; it's a Suburban.
Yeah, my stuff's from the '90s. Anyway, we'll talk. We'll quit. All right.
Okay.
But so Alan, let's bring it on here. Let's talk. Let's bring it to the left a little bit. Gary's got some pictures and that sort of thing. But first of all, quick question: how long has IT Billet been open?
ICT. Get it right. Come on.
Shoot. Like officially or the garage days?
No, I'm talking all the way to the left.
Yeah, the garage days. So this has been 13 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we actually, kind of take you back when, there was a time when I was crawling on the floor to work on my cars, and I'm like, it'd be nice to have a lift.
Mm-hmm.
With my budget, I couldn't find a big enough garage on a house, so I found this shitty old house, and we put a 30 by 40 on it. So everybody called it the redneck house because the garage was like 3 times the size of the house.
That's funny.
By golly, we had a fucking lift in it though. And
there you go.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and enough room for even our first machine. So to the neighbors' dismay, though, they didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, were you making too much noise? So what year was that you had your first machine? I mean, I can do some quick math.
I think it was January 2013. So beginning of 2013 sometime.
It wasn't very long ago. It didn't seem like.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
What happened though? My point is, were you just doing it for yourself? You need to do some parts, or you're thinking, hey, I'll check this out and get a machine and maybe I'll make a little money, or what was the whole thought process?
Well, I mean, kind of after where I did my first LS swap, years ago, this is 2001 or something. I'd swapped 85 C10. And I'd always race my friend in this 98 Camaro, and I had a stall and other shit in this thing, gears, and it would just keep whooping his car. And he was so pissed off. And he's like, why is it faster than my car? And he was like, here, put this on it. You put gears and put, all this shit on his car. So we kept changing parts till eventually he could keep up with this thing. And it was a carbureted 5.7 liter LS1. So that thing, it just ran so good. And, back then I was just like, damn, it's like, if everybody can do this would be sweet. And we kind of always lived by that, because it's like, there's so many people out there that gatekeep this information, and we're the type, we're like, here, you want the tune? You want to know exactly how to do it? Here it is. Wow. So we just want to share that with everybody.
Wow. Yeah. Congratulations to you, just having that, courage, I guess, to start your own business, and get that rolling and that sort of thing. The building you're currently in, is that your only building, or did you start after you went from your garage? Did you go into another building?
Well, yeah, I was kind of using a corner of the garage, and then I ended up hitting busy season, which I didn't realize what that was back then. And it was costing me a shitload of money to go to work every night, and I couldn't get friends to come over and run the machine. So I ended up moving out of the garage in June of 2014.
Okay.
And so
pretty quick.
Yeah, we had our first spot, and that was in the middle of the building that we have currently, and that was 2,500 square foot. The whole building's 25,000, so
Right.
a tenth of it, right there in the middle on the north side. Some of you guys might remember coming in there. I'm not sure if TJ came in there back in the original spot. There's a few of the guys that even know the house spot where they come over the house or they buy a part and it would show up the next day in the mail. And they're like, where did this come from? And then they see it was in town and they're like, oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Faster than Amazon. Jeez.
No kidding, right?
But,
So you were about a year and 6 months or so in the garage, and then you moved to where you're at now. And when you opened up that place and you moved in, did you have a couple employees, or is this you still doing it by yourself? Or
I moved in. My dad, he retired from his job to come help, so he came with me. A friend of mine that taught me how to run the machine, he came with me too. And yeah, and then soon after, like back in the garage days, on the first parts, Mike, our head engineer, he still currently works with us, but he was programming the parts over there and then teaching me how to run it. Same with my friend. So I was learning how to do Mastercam and SolidWorks and then run the machine and then also work on the machine because machine wasn't the best condition and broke a lot.
sure, right out of the gate. So back then, what was the main, like your bread and butter part that you were manufacturing to keep it going?
Oh man, we did quite a range of stuff. Mostly the LS parts. A lot of oil ports and
They did coolant crossovers,
yeah.
steam ports, a lot of those.
Coolant crossovers. Jared, he was there in the garage with us too, and he designed some of the parts as well. He made some Evo parts because he had an Evo, so we had quite a mix of parts going. Friends would bring over their race bikes, and they're like, "Hey, make these lowering links and shit." So we just did a range of stuff, which probably wasn't the best idea looking back on it, but it was a lot of fun and met a lot of great people doing it. So.
That's awesome. Well, I felt like when for me, like I knew ICT Billet was over there on West Street, but I was flipping through a Summit online, and something came up, and it was right there. I was like, "Oh man, you guys are in Summit too. That's pretty good." How did that?
You go down to Texas, we got like the sign in the window and stuff there, so they gave us a good placement, which is pretty nice of them to do. So actually, on displayed on the floor there. So little old place from Wichita out there, showing up on a lot of out of town cars and things. So that's cool to see.
Gary, do you remember seeing that? I think we saw that down there. It was 2 years back, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, out down there in Arlington, I thought it was.
Using Summit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Time to make a road trip. We'll go down there and go buy some car parts.
Right. when you was in the beginning in your shop doing stuff, so you're probably doing stuff at night with a side gig. What was your regular job that you had to quit to do this full time?
Well, I mean, wasn't the shiniest, prettiest job there, but I worked at Coleman for like 15 years.
Mhm.
So I did a range of jobs there, including working at the propane plant, drove the forklift, kind of worked my way to the forklift from the floor. And then I did machining over there on some chucker lathes, so really basic machining. And then I moved to trucking because they paid more, which wasn't very much more. But then the trucking allowed, I was able to get the work done fast enough that I could bring my laptop in and then start drawing parts at nighttime because I worked second shift. Then I'd come home, find all the orders, ship those orders, and then make the new parts while I'm kind of doing it. It was all one little corner of the garage, and I'm hand buffing all the little parts and trying to figure out a better way to do this.
So back then, how many parts we make in a week?
Ooh, man.
While
Parts
you're
a week?
working home and during the day or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, we probably move 10 parts a day or more, I bet.
Okay.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Where was you advertising at?
We didn't do any advertising. We haven't done that till here maybe a year ago or something. We started on some Google ads, but we've just been word of mouth and even did a poor job there because we were suppressed by Google for years. So our website would show up on like the 7th page of Google results basically like we don't exist.
Right.
Wow.
I loaded everything in there as eBay because all I knew was like eBay, Amazon, and I was really good at like finding all the keywords and maximizing the title with keywords, which come to find out Google absolutely hates that and they will suppress your website for it. So
Dang.
since then, don't do that anymore. So
Gary,
no
what?
advertising,
We
so.
start our company.
What's that, right?
We'll have to remember that when we start our company, you know.
Well, we'll have to go talk to Alan about it. TJ, help. What not to do.
Yeah.
Well, I got another what not to do either. It's like back in the garage when I first formally started ICT Billet, so that went into effect, what was that, January 15th of 2014. There's a old Fidal, our first little machine there.
Wow.
She is not the best machine, but it's what I could afford. So
There you go.
I ended up emptying out my 401k to buy this thing. So bought it and then drove to Dallas. Had this really sketchy, like tall trailer that the guy was like, "Oh, you're not putting much weight on it." We're like, no, it's a few thousand pounds. And we put this heavy ass machine on it. It's just rocking and rolling coming up from Dallas. You're like, man, DOT is going to be so pissed if this thing flips off this trailer.
Oh my goodness.
Luckily made it back to Wichita fine, and then unloaded this thing on a gravel driveway with this giant forklift in the middle of a snowstorm. And wasn't the best option, but we kept shoveling it and finally got it in the garage. And I was saying too, one of the first ones we learned there is when I started the business, it wasn't ICT Billet, it was BRP, Burdue Racing Parts.
Oh,
So the insurance, when I went to get insurance, they said racing? And they're like, no, I don't think so. And that was a $10,000 mistake.
yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
that was $10,000 I didn't have because they were like, yeah, you can't have racing in the name. And I was like, that's fine, I'll just change it. They're like, no, it's too late now. Like, it doesn't matter if you go to another insurance company, it's already flagged.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So that was first lesson. Changed the business name immediately, and then dealt with that tax change the first couple of years. But
Dang.
kind of grew through that one.
So when you decided to change the name over, how did you come up with ICT Billet?
Well, we're in Wichita and born and raised here in Wichita, so we got to keep us put us on the map here. So
Yeah.
But kind of speaking of which, like we sell stuff kind of all around the world, and we stopped doing it here recently because Amazon changed like some of the rules. But we were stocking in 4 countries, so Australia, Canada, and even Mexico. That we had parts there in Amazon warehouses.
Yeah.
So like now, and I think in Amazon you could look at like how many warehouses have parts, but it's over 200 warehouses, probably like 200 something warehouses that we own the inventory that you can ship out of if you wanted to. But they were in multiple countries.
So this machine here, your first one you brought up in Texas, did it make it to the building you're in now, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I went in there, I was like, I had to get more machines because I'm like, well, if we're going to do this full time, one machine's not enough to keep anybody busy. So I found another one of these for, I don't know what it was, probably 12 grand or something. Had those 2 in there. Yeah, you can see. So back then I didn't have GM models to base off of. So I was like probing points with the machine to get the exact coordinates where the holes were. And that's how I got the spots on there. So it was not the most high-tech version of like how you do things, which, we're with today's technology nowadays. But back then it's what I could afford. And that's just kind of how we rolled with it. We just made it work.
Well, and that's what makes your so great.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to bring up this question from Zach West. It's a great question. I think most of us around here know this. Zach West says, what does ICT stand for?
That's the airport designation.
Yep.
If you look at the airport, it's actually KICT, but nobody ever calls out the K letters, but it's ICT. Kind of like Dallas would be DAL or Chicago's ORD. But, yep. So
yeah, we're the air capital of the world, and a lot of machines shops, a lot of aviation, and people spinning off of that too. Of course, like you said, Coleman, even Pizza Hut started here, so it's just interesting.
Yeah, shooting we had in the beginning the other machine shop places. We talked to them. They come over. They're like, "No, you're not ever going to make any money in it." We're like, "Cool, whatever." We're at least doing shit we like, and I think they kind of envied us for it because they're busy trying to make ends meet with super expensive. You can't scrap the material like aircraft stuff, and we're over here just having fun making cool car parts. So probably a bitch.
Yeah, they were sitting there going, "That LS swap, that's a fad." That ain't gonna
Yeah.
You get over that one.
Years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole shipping department there. You can see the buffer on the right.
Buffing wheel.
Yeah.
A computer monitor up there on the left.
Yeah. Man, that's the big, big shipping department. Got the printer there. I'm trying to think. There was some more bins of parts. I couldn't find the other picture, but like in the little drawers were all the bolts and things that I would order from other places. So I think
there's that little printer ticket. There's about 3 foot of paper hanging out of there. What is it spitting out there?
It's just the printer labels. So you'd have the labels. You just like stick it on the package. It's a little 4x6 thermal printer.
Yeah.
So you just
Good.
pop those on.
Good to see.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
But it's kind of like the bolts and things. Even back then, it's like people think about the part, but there's so many other pieces that you have to figure out just to sell something. Mm-hmm. And like ours, most people don't know, but we go through a lot of trouble to like get things USA made. Like all of our metric flange bolts are all custom made in the US for us. So those are kind of tricky to keep them in stock because you have to buy like skids of each size just to get a run made. So it's pretty expensive and time, like takes up a lot of room. So we have kind of what you're going back after earlier. We actually have 2 warehouses. So we have the main warehouse now that's 25,000 square foot. And then we have one up the street that we'll do filming at. We have our 2-post lift. Some of the cars are over there. Additional inventory and just it's kind of a nice quiet little area that we can film stuff in. So if you ever see things getting filmed in the shop, it's up the street there. But
okay. Now is this picture here in your garage still, or are we in the shop at this point?
No, this is a garage. I had plastic up so the neighbors wanted to see what was going on. These fuckers would just call the city for no fucking reason. I'd probably one of the nicer houses because like I redid the outside of it, so it all looked new, but they just kept calling the city.
Yeah.
And the city would show up, and one day I was working on my car that the transmission went out on. I had it at the lift, and I actually had the doors open that day. The city guy came up, and he's like, "Yeah, the neighbor's saying you're working on everybody's cars." I'm like, "Dude, this is my car." I was like, "You want to see the registration?" They're like, "Nah, it's fine." But they're like, "Yeah, they're calling in on you again."
Oh my goodness!
Dang.
Time to move.
But part of the fun, though. So
there you go.
Can't let one person ruin it for everybody else.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then so you move in. You got a couple of, or what's this picture here, Gary?
He labeled this as a panoramic.
Yeah, it's kind of panoramic. You can see that one looks like I upgraded by that time. I got the laptop doing the shipping there next to the printer. So
yeah.
But yeah, what you can't see out of it is that one still has the buffer in the picture there, which you can see my custom buffer guard, which is a USPS box.
Like a FedEx box.
That's probably medium flat rate. So nobody told them I was using their box. But,
maybe not OSHA approved.
yeah, maybe not. It might not pass these days. OSHA came in there.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, but yeah. Then later I figured out that to run like a tumbler. So I had this big like tank that's probably 36 inches by maybe 18 inches. And it's just kind of this little rectangle thing that the material would turn in. And that thing made all this gross mud. And then I'd have to go from like roughing it with like a plastic type material. And that would take the edges off of it. And it's almost like you sand on a part before you polish it out. And using polishing material and went through God knows how many different variants. We've even switched here recently, so it's like each year we're just keep trying different things.
Yeah, right.
Made,
on, right.
made it a lot easier, so I didn't have to buff all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, yep. That was that. There's the shop. So when I first got the shop, that's the machine out of the house,
Okay.
and we brought another one in. I think brought it in probably a month later or less, and it was on the right side of that. And then on the left side, I had this huge lathe that I was trying to find a lathe to make parts on, because before that I was like cutting spacers with the mill, as dumb as that sounds, but trying to get them accurate. So I'd use like a saw blade on the spindle and then like come in and chop it and chop the bottom, and then just kept finding better ways. But then we bought our first lathe, and that lathe used to make frying pans, like 12, 14-inch frying pans. So this thing was completely beat to shit, because it was like, you could see where they had an automated like sliding door on it to change it. So who knows how many hundreds of thousands of freaking parts this thing's made over its, 15 years that it's been alive. So it was pretty wore out, but we definitely appreciate it more than hand cutting everything.
Right.
How many employees did you have at this time here?
That was just the 3. So me, my dad, and a friend of mine. Yeah.
Wow.
So not too many there. And then Jared, he came in probably soon after that. I believe he came in that first year. So if any of you guys ever came into that original shop, the door from the outside went in the office, and then right there inside was Jared's desk. So usually he had to talk to the customers at least first, because his desk was the first thing by the door. But I was kind of hiding around the corner, had my own little extra door there to keep everybody out.
So at this point, what are we making here at this point? And
I think trying to think what all was back then. Definitely a lot of LS stuff. We've done quite a few brackets probably by this point, for sure, like alternator and power steering brackets. Some of the factory repops too, but yeah. Just
When kind of at what time frame did you bring a website into the picture and start selling off of that?
Oh, I had that back at the house. So that was probably not even 6 months in. So cool. That one's quite a learning experience too. So we kind of getting the website going, and just all the headache that comes with that, especially back then. The websites weren't as easy to use as they are now, and then just trying to find somebody good, and then getting updates, and then trying to learn how to use it and add features to it, integrate eBay, and then soon after Amazon as well, which we had Amazon probably not too long after this picture here. So on the right side of the picture, if you see that shelf along the wall, that was the shelf that was in the other pictures in my garage that I was using to ship with. So the shipping department moved it right here on the right. Yeah, that shipping department there moved to the new place there. They're on the right side of the screen. That was the shipping. So where I printed the labels, had all of our little boxes in there, all the USPS boxes, back when they still knew how to ship. But we had to drop those guys here probably a year ago, because they're just delaying packages 7-10 days. And we're just, we can't have this. And then we made the jump and just paid the extra shipping and only use FedEx and UPS now.
Right.
Yeah. Back then I was sitting there, because I've always been a late shifter. So I was in there running the machine by myself. It's probably 3 a.m. during the week. And, we're along West Street, which doesn't seem too bad during the day, but at nighttime, you get all the crackheads out there running around. I'm in there inside. This guy comes walking in, and I'm back there shipping, and he was like trying to ask for money, and he was like trying to sell me baby powder and deodorant. And he was looking sketchy and was like, dude, this guy's gonna fucking try to jack me or something. And he finally asked me for some money, and it was getting about to be that point. So I ran back over the shipping and grabbed my gun, and then by then he'd already been out to West Street, so I think he knew it was coming. I'm just, and, guys, it's good entertainment out there. We had police chase one time, car flipped over in the indoor parking lot, hit the pole. Another person hit the brick wall over there. They were so high that they didn't know what was going on, and people crashing off the road, and we have to go pick them up with a forklift at night. They're like old S10 when they were doing the road construction out there, and this guy drove off, and it's probably like an 18-inch drop off the concrete. And this guy, I was like, man, it's probably gonna mess your truck up. And he's like, I don't care. I'm pretty sure the guy was drunk, but we just like grabbed it under the back, the tire, and just like lifted the shit out of it and just popped it up on the street. And he didn't care that it fucked up his tire, but yeah, great. Good entertainment, whether it's us doing donuts in the parking lot or just whoever's passing by, and people trying to sell you gumballs at the trash can in the back.
Wow.
Gumballs at the trash can.
Yeah, some guys, I don't know if he's living back there by the alley, but yeah, there's always some good entertainment there.
Man.
So at what point you decide to like, take this to the next level once you're in here and getting more machines? Was it progressing over a few years, or take us through that?
I mean, we're always trying to expand and just kind of reach, more people and help more people out with their builds. And even today, it's like, I figured years ago we were going to go maybe a couple of years and then run out of LS parts to make. And that sea is like an endless sea. And I'm not sure when that's coming, but I've been saying that last couple more years since the beginning, and we're nowhere near finishing even the LS market. And then you got all the LT guys nowadays. So the LT stuff, a lot of people are doing those now. They're still kind of skittish of the direct injection. I'm not sure if you guys got into any of that kind of stuff yet, but
nope.
But yeah, a lot of those. But yeah, just trying to expand it and have more of a product offering, more of a complete solution for people, and shooting content around it and just trying to help everybody that's piecing together, like a junkyard build or whatever, help them determine, what parts they have and if they can swap stuff. I think a lot of people just don't realize how swappable all the parts are, but there's so many variables between, the 97 engines when they came out, and 2014 engine. There's a lot of changes GM made in there. Another one we found out here recently too is like the power steering pumps. We've dug in it a little bit more to get like measurements to build a guide to like show the differences in them. Well, if you guys ever look at like a Type 2 pump, so if you look at like the mating face of it versus where the tip of the shaft ends, those vary wildly in GM. Just like you're like 30 thousandths off and 60 and 100 something thousand. So they're all the different diameters and projections, the bolt patterns change, and there's so many things in there. So we're kind of there to like show people, hey, you can use this part with here, and that's where we'll make the adapters, whether it's like a wiring adapter, because we do a ton of wiring. I think a lot of people don't know that we probably have 200, 300 SKUs of like wiring parts, like wiring adapters.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we have a whole wiring department and like a wiring machine that's automated. So that it's pretty cool to watch that thing run. But
do you think the LT market can get as big as the LS side in the future?
I do. I think it's going to take over. You're already seeing the changeover. Like the engine prices they're starting to equal out in the salvage yard. And then the LTs are just, if they're a similar price, this thing's way newer than LT is. Right. So it's just going to be a better engine. And they're already kind of like a Gen 4 LS where you got better rods and things in them. And they already have a forged crank. So they're just a good little base to build on. But with the direct injection, it's just kind of more challenging to tune. So a lot of people don't know how to tune them. but they don't realize you can just run it as an LS engine. So we'll make the adapters like to block off the direct injections and just kind of plug the holes in the head. And then you could fire the Gen 5 crank and cam sensor with our little wire adapter, and you could run it as a Gen 4. So you could even carburate it like with an MSD box from a Gen 4.
Wow.
So,
There you go.
Yeah, so it doesn't get much more simple than a carb setup, which does actually run really good, believe it or not. So it's what I had in that first swap truck, but I think ran like a champ. But I had a brand new carb on it too. So
So when did we decide to get another engine or another machine? Looks like it's going in here.
yeah, that was the lathe I was talking about. So that's the one that made frying pans. And later we tried to automate that thing with buying a bar feeder for it. And after we got the bar feeder in, didn't realize that machine couldn't take it. So apparently there's something off in the serial number. And so then our first actual new machine ended up being a lathe just to fix that problem. But yeah, you can see there's a little old me there, no beard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you.
Well, started it yet.
I know. I'm probably like 140, 50 pounds about that one. So it was like, everybody's like, why do you have a beard? And I was like, because of that. Like, that's why I have a beard.
It adds 10 pounds.
Yeah. Like guy was saying, he's like, if you're an ugly dude, you just wear a ball cap and get a beard, and you're just like, you can only see like 40% of your face. So. But, like COVID, you see everybody's wearing the masks and stuff, It's like,
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
you
man.
guys have to jump on it, man. You guys have to get a beard too. we're working on PJ here, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that part
Come
of
on,
the
DJ.
There you go. Look like Santa Claus. Oh yeah. But yeah. That's the three machines there. So that was our first Fidal, the one in the back. So that's a 30-inch by 40-inch machine. So it's I don't even remember the part number of that machine. VMC, like 4020 VMC. And then you have the right side. It's kind of the same, but it was a few years newer. So that one might have been like a 91. And I think the original one I had, it was an 87. And the really early ones, you could change the transformer and run it on single phase, which is how I was doing at the house. So I pulled the transformer out, loaded another one in, ran it on 220 single phase. And that's how we got it going. And then we switched it back to three phase when we got this building. And then it lived for a while longer. And then we ended up getting rid of it and got something newer. Those old ones were kind of neat because when you load your program into it, they only had small memories. Even when I think it was like a few $1,000 to add memory to it. And it was still only so many megabytes. So you could, if you had a really big program, you could only load part of it in there at a time, unless you drip fed it. And then when you're typing it in, the code, it says tape. That's how old the machine was, because they used like tape back then.
Wow.
Before they had USBs and stuff. Because they started making those in the early 80s, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, a little better. Yeah, there's a better picture there. That was a newer one, which it looked way nicer. So somebody took better care of it than the previous one. But yeah, that was the whole shop there. So on the right would be kind of where you would come into the shop, and that's where our two offices were. And then we built a little staircase, and then you can load stuff up on top there. Just kind of have a little additional space. Then later, our landlord, we'd tell him like, hey, you got any openings coming up? So actually on the back, Eric Sisk was back there with Tornado Alley. He was actually the back wall behind this machine.
Right.
So when he moved out, we punched a hole through the wall, took that side, and that's still today our tumbler room. This room you're looking at now, this one's our packaging area, and that room that you see where the offices were, that's our break room. So that room still exists in our building. It's just there's no machines in it. It's packaging department. So a lot of bolts, packaging stations, or QA stations in there. But yeah, we would kind of go to landlord, and he was like, "Hey, I'll have somebody else moving out." We're like, "Great, let's take it." So then we just kept taking another spot. But the problem was is sometimes they weren't together. So you have to go outside and then come back in. It was just kind of a pain in the butt. So we had all these weird units across the building until eventually we had ones that were connecting. And then, it's kind of like, what do you do then to get through the wall? So we had a forklift, and we're like, you know what? This is probably better than a hammer taking this wall down. So we just blast the forklift through the wall. I guess probably should have sent you guys a video of that, but that's how the walls came on this building. Anybody that come up to the shop late at night probably knows we'd take the cars inside and do donuts inside the building, and there wasn't a lot of space. So we had a good time with it. But yeah, we have them all connected now, all the units. So a lot of the walls have been tore down in here. There's a few of them still up, or ones that have a lot of electrical on it we haven't moved. But yeah, eventually might need a bigger building.
Right.
So
yeah.
At this point, we started to hire some more employees and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of maintaining at our current count. I think we're just over 40 right now. We've had a peak of probably 60. We had 60 in 2020, I think.
Wow.
But we're actually doing quite a bit more revenue now. We got a lot smarter. So as we were taking over spots in the building, there just wasn't enough room, and we were out of space, and we're still out of space, but we keep kicking it back another year, another 2 years, because we just stack things higher, have taller pallet racks. Our Haas machines that we have now, they're just way faster and more accurate. They don't break down nearly as many times as the Fadals did, and they were just kind of junk machines, but it's what we could afford, bootstrapping it, because we never pulled loans out for anything. So we just kind of got faster and more efficient, and that's why we have less people now and better pay for the ones that are here.
When COVID came around, did that wreck business a little bit?
Oh, that was a scary time for us. So as it started in there, we didn't know what the hell was going to happen. They were telling us to shut down, and we're just like, fuck these guys. Like, we're staying open. It's like, how are we going to feed everybody? So we let some of the guys were like, hey, we'll pay you half your pay if you want to stay home. And some people were like, yeah, fuck it, I'll stay home. But like all of our managers were there each day. We're strategizing, like, how can we get more money? We were selling off other like project parts and things that we didn't need, that we weren't using for builds. So we streamlined that a lot. Our Amazon sales just really tanked hard, which back then they were probably half of our business. So it was a lot. It stung a lot. We couldn't figure out what was going on. And then we realized that they were prioritizing all the food items, which, totally made sense, because Amazon, they couldn't ship everything that was going through. So because our items were in their warehouse, the warehouse workers didn't have time to ship it. So they would just suppress our listings. And after that, we realized probably late that year, maybe early 2021, actually it was late that year, we figured out that you could do a duplicate listing. And this is where, if you're in Amazon, you'll see like 3 new and used from. You could have 2 of your own in there. So you'll have ICT Billet, FBA, like the stuff that's at Amazon, and then you'll have ICT like shipped from us. So you'll have like 2 different listings in there. Once we did that, we got a lot of the sales back. And then it picked up pretty good in 2021, especially once the stimulus started flowing. A lot of people were buying. So then, we're over here hiring more people and trying to get people to work. And so that was a lot of fun back then, just trying to figure out how to keep up with the growth, because we had a pretty good sized jump. I don't remember how big an increase it was, maybe 30% jump or more.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough time back then. People were trying to figure a lot of stuff out.
very strange. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get some of the employees too, they're just like, I could just sit home and not work and get paid. And we're like, dude, you gotta come in. Like, so some of them left and try to claim unemployment, and they're like, like, I can't, like, that's coming out of our pocket. I can't just, unemployment doesn't come out of nowhere. Like, we still have to pay that.
Right.
So,
Wow.
but yeah, it's just part of the fun of a business. It's like each day there's kind of something different to contend with, but keeps it new for everybody. And, you know, it's a great time and get to hang out with our friends and do car shit every day. So, and then now we got people like TJ coming in, which he's officially starting Monday here. So
Nice.
Tomorrow.
yeah.
So how you guys know each other?
Yeah. So super excited for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
TJ's been helping me like back in the days. I met him at a car show. I think that was Central and West, probably.
Yep.
Central and West car show. I had my little shitty truck back then. It's a little 98 Chevy full size pickup. You know, I don't know why somebody built a race car out of a truck, but us over here at the shop, we really love our truck. So we're like, fuck it, I don't care if it's slower. I'll just give it a couple more clicks of boost. Then, TJ helped me figure out how to get it on a little better, gave me some pointers. A friend of mine back then helped me get it going, Brandon Moreland. So he got the initial setup going after I jerry rigged all the pipes on. So it wasn't the prettiest one, but you know, it really did some good out there and met a lot of cool people. I mean, that's kind of where this stuff kind of started, going out there street racing. And you know, everybody was like, oh, what is that? You racing bikes, and this fucking truck's like as fast as the bikes. And they're like, what the hell is in that? So then I just started leaving the hood off. So then everybody come around. I'm like, yeah, you just buy this. I had a cheap little 4.8 LS. It was from the salvage yard. I left the stock cam in it. I had the stock head. So like nothing's done to this other than valve springs. And I had a little eBay turbo on it. I think it was
Master Power T70 days, or
no, I think it was a little GT45. No, this is like $180 turbo, and it's like the truck we had it at one point. It was up to 30 pounds of boost. But it's just like everyone's like, you don't have a cam. You're like, okay, 2 more clicks on the boost dial. And like, what else am I missing? Do I need an intake too? I'm like, all right. But it's like you'd roll up to bikes on the highway, and they want to know what was going on, and you just kind of like mess with them, but not enough that the turbo comes on, and then you hit it, and the truck starts going in their lane. This thing's fishtailing all over, and they're like, holy shit, like laid out on their bike, trying to run it down. And then when they can't keep up with you and you let off of it, they just give you the ricer flyby, won't even look at you. You're like,
they think they won.
Yeah, they're just like so pissed off about it. But it was just like, when you did that, you're like, dude, everybody needs to do this. It's kind of like, you guys ever went out like racing your wife's cars? It's like it's almost more fun to race the stock stuff because nobody gives a shit. We're all having fun. We're like, oh, that was kind of funny, right? But with that turbo setup, it's kind of like you cheat the system, because you're just like, I don't have any money in this. If it blows sky high, I'm probably gonna laugh. So you're just like, I ran it around for I don't know how many years, and I had that stock 4.8. And the head gasket started leaking on it. We'd go out by Greenwich, and I'd get a pass in it, and it'd spray the coolant out, and it'd fill the overflow coolant tank. So then I would take the cap off, hold my hand on the cap, pull the radiator cap off, and then push the tank to like squeeze it back into the radiator. You get most of it back in the radiator. I'd put the radiator cap back on, and then the cap on the overflow. And then we just go racing, like, all right, fuck it, who's racing now? And met a lot of
great
lifelong friends back then. And a friend of mine, I met one of his cars, his first memory is like, yeah, your fucking truck sprayed coolant all over my car. And I was like, oh, fuck that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's like, you know, that the LS platform is just so capable. But you know, this is like why we're doing it, because we're like, I have so much fun just having fun with just dumb things on it and piecing shit together. And you know, like if you're, you know, you guys probably a lot more serious, but like if you actually built something right, you could put like stupid power through these things. They're such a good platform. But that's why we're out there just trying to make this, you know, accessible for everybody to have. It doesn't matter if you're like cheap and you're doing the $400 4.8, I mean, they're probably more money now, but doing that with a little cheapy turbo, I'm like, fuck, that thing's, I don't know how much power it was making, but it was enough to sauce a 750 bike. So, but you guys have stories of old shit back then of like,
Oh,
out.
it was a lot funner back then for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you were talking about bringing TJ on Monday. Like, walk us through that and the thought process there and what he's going to be doing.
Yeah. So super exciting. Going to have him coming in Monday. Sure, most of you guys on here, everybody knows TJ. Everybody knows TJ, even if you're out of town, it seems like, or at PRI. But he's just true car nerd like the rest of us, and just loves everything about cars. He's just coming from Airbus now. He's like head of engineering out there. Done the same thing at Spirit, and who knows where else he's been at. But yeah, he's coming in to be basically. He's coming in to be me. So he's going to start helping on like some of the content and just helping us with more guides and things, product development, working with our engineers. So like each day, kind of what we do is we'll have like Monday, we'll have a couple meetings like with media to figure out what we're making for the week. We'll touch in on Tuesdays with our sales team and just see like what are customers calling about? Like what parts are they asking for that we don't have? And that's one of the things, like we'll go in there and they have them in there. They have like, this person called, here's their phone number. They asked for this thing. So then people don't know, like we're behind the scenes working on this stuff. So if we're like, yeah, why the hell don't we have that?
Right.
So then we'll like start working on it. Like our engineering list gets filled up every other Tuesday when we have this meeting. They come in, they're probably like, son of a bitch. Like, but we always add stuff in there, and it's just part of the fun. It's just like you get to work on cars, go in the garage, and you're like, yeah, this would be a great idea. Like one of the things now, I don't know if you guys have gotten into it yet, but like the new thing coming in for transmissions is the 8 HP. So it's like you have the LS platform, which is super capable. The 8 HPs, which are, in Dodge Rams and BMWs, Porsches, pretty much everything out there you see with an 8-speed in it, it's 4 and domestic, whatever. They're almost all the 8 HPs, and they range from like a 8 HP 45, like in low horsepower things, to an 8 HP 95 that's in like a TRX truck. Like the Hellcat cars, they'll run a 90, like an 8 HP 90, which is what we're going to do in our C10 next. But those transmissions, it's like, how many of those have you guys heard blowing up, like in a Hellcat?
None.
Yeah, they're good transmissions, and you could get like a Dodge 1500 truck engine, or the transmission for like $500. You could send it off like Southern Hot Rod, and they'll build it up to hold 1500 horse. That's an 8 HP 70 too, the weaker transmission. But it's like, that is a steal of a deal. And then 90s, I don't know if you guys looked at those, but the like turbo Lamech, you could get in there and tune it. You could set it up to where it'll apply all the gears, all the gears at the same time, and then you can release it like a trans brake. So you can load it up. The drift guys, they'll put in a button for a clutch pedal. You could even put in like a dummy pedal where you actually like push it down, but you could clutch kick it. So you can like push it in and rev the engine and like pull your e-brake and get it sliding. There's like so many capabilities with these things. So definitely if you got any street cruisers, that's going to be where it's at.
Especially the drag and drive guys, right? Super deep first gear things, so they're efficient at the racetrack. Then you have these fantastic overdrive things for the highway portions and back roads for the drag and drive stuff. So it's going to be super popular. It already is getting popular. We just need to make sure we get up to speed on it and bring that to market also.
Yeah, we got a couple of those coming in the shop. Like I said, we're doing our C10 now. That one's coming in. We got some parts on order, but that's our 85 C10. We have it. It's got an LS in it now with the Hellcat supercharger on it. So get to make the cool Dodge noises, but with the LS platform. But that one's going to get 8 HP. Tayton, our sales manager, he's doing 8 HP in his little red race truck too. So we'll see if we can't make those things run a little better. Have some bottom end on too.
Who's doing converters for that transmission?
Mine, I'm just going to run the stock 90. So the one out of the Hellcat. So I'm going to start there with it. One of the things we learned on that truck, I've always been the guy. It's like, you get a car, first thing I'm doing, I'm cutting the exhaust off of it. No matter which car it is or how new it is. Or it's like, we're going to sawzall the exhaust and then figure it out from there. Well, we put loud exhaust on the C10, and then it's too fucking loud. You can't hear the supercharger. So then we're like, shit. And then I put a big stall in it because that's just, I don't know. I like big stalls in them. So I had a, I don't know, 3,500 or 4,000, or it was way too much for it. So it's just like, you couldn't even hear the supercharger. So now I had to like backtrack and like, all right, let's put really quiet mufflers on it, which I never thought we would hear the day I would say that, but here we are with it.
Hey, TJ.
Yes, sir.
I can't think of the guy we had dinner with the PRI, but wasn't Circle D making those converters for that?
We do understand Circle D's making converters for that. Yeah, thanks, Tayton, for chiming in.
Oh, yeah.
HP does. And people that are having really good luck with them, the first gears are as deep as 5-1. I think the more popular 8HP 70s is like a 4-7 something first gear. Like super deep, you don't need a huge stall.
Mhm.
But and they're durable is the other point too, right? So even the factory converters are living with a bunch of power in these. So
No, you guys make an adapter for the LT, or is it bolt right up? Or
work towards the adapt stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff now. We've got it on order from a couple places. So if there's a lot of other manufacturers out there. Like if they're making these in the U.S., we'll just use theirs and not make it because we don't want to step on their toes. But there's just so many of them. They're like sending these parts off to China, and we're like, where are you making it at? And they're like, oh, I'm not saying. I'm like, like I know where it's coming from.
Yep.
But that's another thing too. I don't know if you guys ever got into, but like us, we're trying to make in the U.S. and we look at other vendors. We're like, all right, let's Google Earth it. And they're saying USA made, and you look out there and they have containers outside. And then there was another one that says US made on these like cross members and things. Google Earth, there's no employee cars. You can tell us during the week, like the doors are open on this warehouse, and there's like 2 employee cars, but there's no like bins to where they would have like scrap, and you're just like it's just, yeah,
doesn't add up.
No, but.
So let's talk a little bit about PRI this year. How'd you do? How'd it go?
I was really good. I think, this year we kind of changed gears a little bit. So a lot of times we're just kind of there to mingle with, all the customers, which is great. We get a lot of great ideas and things from customers, people asking for things, people, needing help on their builds, and, we'll guide them on, which parts they need. But this year we were more strategic, looking for, other manufacturers and things to work with. So met a lot of great people and other business owners. So this year is really, really exciting. So we got some big things coming in for sure. So a lot of stuff in the works right now.
Very cool. I think I saw a video the other day where you got a bunch of engines in stock or something. What's going on there?
Yeah. So met some people, and they sold us a bunch of these new engines and things. So we even got the racks from GM, which is kind of cool. Then we had some test engines we got too. Those are kind of neat because they're coming from Roush, not directly, but GM sending the engines to Roush, which I figured they were just doing Ford stuff, Roush. But they're over there being mean to these things and just like, I don't know, hold them on the freaking rev limiter or whatever, max RPM for many of hours, or who knows how long they're staying on these things. But then they'll blow the engine apart, and they'll look at all the valves and label them, and they'll look at the rods and rod bearings and main bearings. They just take the whole thing apart and then look at it. So that was some of the new test engines and things we got in, which the L8T stuff's pretty cool too. So the racks you guys were seeing, those are the new, that's the only iron block LT engine that they make. So that's the big 6.6 liter. But that one's pretty impressive. It's a truck engine, so it's in the heavy duty trucks like the 2500 series and box trucks and things.
Right.
I was looking, BTR did a engine dyno session with one, and they made a camshaft for it and put one of their intakes on it. that thing made 653 horse, which is freaking impressive for it's a truck engine,
Right.
So that thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, that
and
was camshaft headers,
intake.
intake manifold. Yeah, maybe on E85.
Yeah, I did E85 on it.
So just super impressive platform there. I think they did a rod and piston version with a Pro Charger and made 2,000 horsepower on the stock crank and block.
Woo. I was gonna say it's a turbo away from a good time.
Yeah, so
Very
super, very impressive platform and things to get excited about in there too, right? Stock crank on that. It's a
Wow.
8 counterweight or a center counterweight, 8 bob weight crank. So it's a super nice piece, forged steel in that. So we are excited to lean on that a bit more and bring products to that platform.
Be Gary's new engine there.
Yeah.
We'll hold one over here for you. Keep it warm. When you get ready for.
If I break it, you fix it, and we'll just repeat. Break, repeat, rinse, repeat. Yeah.
All right. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. No, there's a lot of cool stuff coming in, but the LTs they're really capable platform. And people are swapping the heads, so you could put the heads even on an LS engine, which is kind of crazy. So you just run like the LT push rods. You have to move the dowel location. So the LS, if you're looking at the engine from the side for like the 4 cylinders, the dowel's on the bottom of the head. Well, the LT's on the top. So you have to machine the dowel locator in it, but then you could just bolt it on there.
Right.
So it's weird. They're LS and LT are pretty similar on the short block side of things, but you could swap the cranks in them too. I think there's like the oil pump gear.
Drive needs a longer keyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
The cranks are keyed on the LT stuff too. But yeah, the thrust bearings. I don't know if it's the thrust bearings killing them, but you'll see some of the like L87s with the recalls out now on them. They have like bad rod main bearings in them.
Mhm.
But otherwise, they're super good platform.
Let's talk about this little, I don't know if I wouldn't call it an app, but we're at PRI, TJ was, I was watching him work on his phone and he could just, kind of work through an application and to get the right part that someone would need, and he actually showed Gary here, I think an alternator bracket and some other things, but talk through a little bit.
Sure.
Is that our website?
It's just the website on the phone, but it's what we focus on a lot, the guides, as he called them. So they're the swap guides, right? So from the simple menu, you can pick LS or LT. And on the LS stuff, right, the big categories of things on the front are where do you want to put your alternator, where do you want to put your power steering pump, and where do you want to put your air conditioning compressor, right? So you just pick the mapping for each, and then we work just clockwise around the engine. You want to put it high left, high right, low around. And then you figure out your spacing, whether you're a Corvette or F-body or truck offsetting. So that's the -1, 2, 3 part numbers.
Yeah.
And then there's colored dots on there also for the different models, I guess, of alternators and power steering pumps too. So
yeah, and kind of the same if you're looking at air conditioning compressors. There's so many different styles: Sandin 508, 709, 71, 76. But yeah, he was talking about there's a quick find like bracket finder on there. So if you're building something custom or tube chassis and you're just like, I need it down here, you can see all the options all on like one page, sometimes 2 pages, and they're like in order from like passenger side highest, and then it just descends down the engine. And then once you find one, you look at that part number, and then you pop that part number up, look at the picture on the website, and then the pictures will be a dimensional drawing. And it's dimensioned off the crank pulley, so it measures off like the center. So you can measure over and you can see the alternator, not the center, but the very edge is at 12 inches, and it's 3 inches higher than the crank. So you could actually like measure in your frame, which makes it really easy to find like the exact part for you.
I also noticed from looking on your website, the multiple pictures where you can, some of them you can rotate the whole thing. And even just multiple pictures of front, side, just multiple pictures of different spots. I don't know if I said that right. That's super handy. Oh yeah.
No, you had it right. One thing we started doing here, this probably been a year and a half ago. We got this new picture machine. It makes 3D pictures. So it's not very, I don't know if any other car places are doing this, but it's some of them you want to see a different angle and you're like, does it fit here? Is it going to clear my block or whatever accessories? So we'll have those 3D pictures and you can actually like grab the picture of the engine. You can like pull it, move it down or up. It's kind of like you guys, I don't know if you've ever been on like a sneaker website or somewhere where you could grab the shoes, you can look in it and under it and around it. That's a 3D picture. So we're doing that with the engine, and we have this, it has this huge arm that's like goes up to the ceiling in our room, and it has like a camera, and then over another like foot and a half's another camera, and then kind of descending down like in an arc shape. There's 5 or 6 cameras on it with a rotating base. And we bought this base, and I was like, oh, we'll just put like a little rack on it and then let it spin around. It's probably a 5-foot base that's glass. Well, I get this damn thing, and of course, it's not going to be simple where I can just mount like the engine to it. The glass is spun by a wheel on the edge of the glass. So then I take this stupid thing apart. We paid $80,000 for it too, so it wasn't like cheap where I could just go cut it up. And then it has lights in it, so you're like, shit, we kind of need the glass. So then I made a couple bearings in the middle with a shaft going up, and I drilled a hole through the oil pan in the engine, and it has a little plate that bolts to the main caps on the engine. So that drives down on the glass. I had glass made that had the hole for the pipe, but then it has 2 little dowels in it that stick up. That way the metal rod can like grab the glass. The little dowels go into the glass. That way, when the glass is turning, it grabs the engine. So
That's awesome.
Wow.
We kind of had to rig it in there, but
They're making it custom there after spending all that money.
yeah,
Cool.
that's kind of something where we're just trying to make it easier for customers to find the exact parts they need. And that's kind of our whole mission. We're just like trying to make this easy for everybody, and we just want everybody to have what we have, and whether they're on a small budget or a big budget and doing like a new B15, which we stock a ton of these new GM engines. So we're known to have inventory and keep lots of it, kind of like Magnuson's. We're at PRI there. And we were talking with one of our vendors, and they're like, how are you selling more of our stuff than we do? And I was like, simple. We have pictures on our website that you actually see what the part looks like, and a part number, and we have inventory, and like we answer the phone. It's like you would think this is common, but I'm sure you guys probably experience this. You call a vendor, they don't answer the phone, they're assholes to you, they don't have the inventory. Like we had Magnuson, I have the box, and I looked the part number up, and I can't even find it to put pictures on our site. So I'm out there taking pictures of this thing on our engine to list it. I'm just like,
wow,
it's so difficult.
Wow.
Have you guys experienced that? You like call somewhere and it's like, having to answer the phone.
Yeah, and I usually don't call them back.
Yeah.
It's like you're bothering them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But our sales guys are really awesome. So, like Taten's in here on the call, and Calvin and Gavin, and we've got another new one coming in, our drift friend, Keegan. So he's coming down here. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. He's got a little red drift car, and we've got the ICT like light up stickers on the car. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. But they're really cool. If you guys ever race anything at night, you could get like a sticker that just it's really thin, and you can light it up, and it looks like it's bright glowing, but you just put power to it. So you could put your logo or whatever you guys want, your numbers on the car. It's really cool looking.
That's funny. I thought that was actually glow in the dark sticker.
No, it's actually power. Yeah.
Did not know.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter and glow in the dark. So
Sure.
yeah.
Rodney wants stickers on his car, I'm pretty sure. Don't you?
So when you were in high school or middle school or whatever, did you ever think you would never like own a company with 40 employees?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, I was the dumb kid sitting in the back. At least you know what the teachers and stuff told me, and had all the terrible grades. I was introverted, so I didn't talk to anybody, and I sucked at it. I was going through college or high school, bombing it out, and was actually not doing so hot. My parents actually moved out in the middle of nowhere. Figured maybe it'll help me out, and it didn't really help. But I was getting in trouble, and my counselor came to me and he's like, dude, you're not gonna graduate. He's like, what do you think of taking some college classes? So then he was showing me machining, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. So we were living outside by Wellington Lake then, so I was going to Wellington High, and then I would drive to Arc City, and I took Mastercam classes, and then we did like manual, like Bridgeport work, and then we did work on the CNC mills later, and even had like some math classes like trigonometry and stuff. But I ended up getting on the honor roll out there. So it's like,
yeah,
it's just being in the right environment. I think a lot of us are kind of the same. You guys probably struggle with it too, but you'll go to a metals or woods class and you're just like, damn, I kind of like building shit.
Yep.
That was just kind of like a thing in our family too, because growing up, I'd go to my grandpa's house, and he had this farm with a couple hundred acres, and he was a fabricator. Back then, they grew up in the Depression times, and he had tractors, and they needed new equipment. He would go to the store and look at it. Well, he couldn't afford it, so he had to go home and build it.
yeah.
So he just built all of his own like tooling and stuff. And my dad did the same thing too, and he would always be making stuff. And anytime like they were outside in the garage or something, I was always there with them. I'm like, cool, let's get into something, or go play with something with an engine or drives and tractors. But it's always fun doing that, and just kind of keep continuing doing that today.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Heck yeah, man.
So TJ, let's turn it over to you for a second. What do you think? Coming in Monday, right?
Yeah, pretty excited. Most of you guys know, well, even Alan knows, I started with a Gen 3 LS swap in my blue Chevelle with an LQ4, and then did an LS2, a Gen 4 swap in the other car. So pretty familiar and savvy with those things, tuning with the Holley EFI. There you go. That's a picture of the nitrous combo that was in the blue car for a few years. So that's really when we got to know each other. Shared this passion for the swaps, the tuning with the Holley software, a lot of racing background and aspirations. So,
which that thing was fast too.
Yeah, that went
890s
in 2017, quite a while ago.
Yeah, I think it's quick for just like it looks stock. When you look at it under the hood, you're just like, that doesn't look that fast, and you're like, it goes how fast?
Yep, that was
right.
A lot of people told me that it was deceptively quick feel. So a lot of fun with that. So now the Gen 5 things really even had turned a leaf here, was going to do a turbo LS in the blue car there. There you go. We're about 90% of the way done with that thing. And Alan says, hey, let's stick an LT in it, and you can learn about that and help us to grow the business with this. So I've yanked that dude out. That engine bay is empty right now. We're actually going to drag it in here, use the scanner to scan the engine bay, make sure we have all the right mounting adapters and whatnot to get that done. And then I'll get a hold of one of these test engines, make it just right, and plop it in there. So
maybe scan it, see if an 8 HP will fit in there.
Indeed.
There you go.
The agenda. So yeah, the Gen 5 is really the next generation of things here. They already offer some parts for it, and we're going to really try to fully dress that out. And I'm happy to be the guinea pig, happy to do it for a living. So like he said, people with this passion is what we want to do to grow the company. So I'm just thrilled to be here as part of the company. And
no, it's definitely exciting to have him here. And a lot of the guys out there are just like, they hate their jobs, and they're like, damn, I wish I was doing that stuff too. But we're going to be in a place now that we'd be a perfect home for you guys. So come on along. We'll build cool shit together and make more parts for other car guys.
Oh, that's great. No, I mean, like you're saying too, I mean, you go in every day and building stuff. You like what you do. It's a big part of going to work, just enjoying it. So that's good stuff.
It's not work when you enjoy it, right?
There you go.
That was the
TJ.
PRI, right? I saw both you guys there. That was like a 3-day interview of sorts, right? Just to make sure we were
right.
Fit. And
sure.
The answer is it was. There it is. So there we are.
You fit right in. I was watching you guys. We went over there a couple different times, and where you were at, and you guys were very busy. And so
busy.
That was good, and to see that, and but now you fit in like you've been there for years, TJ.
Well, it's a company that has a super high quality reputation, right? Quality parts on the market.
Yep.
It's really helpful for that too. It's easy to get on board, right? So very exciting.
Yeah.
TJ, you scabbed this car of this combo. You going to put it in something else?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. It may sit in a bag on the back burner. I don't know, right? So, I've never really broken a lot of things. That first LQ4, I tried my hardest to drive over the crank in that deal. I don't know. I'm going to lean on the LT stuff pretty hard, and if something goes AWOL or it spins a bearing, or some of the new and different things to learn about that, the LS can certainly go right back in to keep that dude alive. And
there you go.
We'll just see. So it's all right.
Alan, earlier you were talking about doing videos, the other shop and stuff, a little quieter, cleaner, or whatever it was. Are you and your team going to start moving more in that direction and that sort of thing as far as media?
Media is kind of tricky because it's like you could rack up a lot of editing time quick. As much as I would love to be out of the office, because I actually absolutely hate sitting behind the computer, which is the majority of my job now. But it's just, yeah, the answer is yes. You're going to see probably twice as many videos as you're currently seeing getting put out. You're definitely going to be seeing TJ's face more.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be good at it. We were over there last week, and we got in the L86 and the L80Ts, and the rods were out because they're test engines. And he's looking at the two, and it's just like his face lights up, and he's like nerding out, like, oh, there's different, and Gen 4, and look at this on here. And it's like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but like he's super interested in it, and mentioned something about a video, and I'm like, well, shit, I'll go get the camera guys now. And then Allison, a girlfriend, told me later, she's like, I don't think he was going to shoot that. You just like sprung it on him. I was like, oh, shit. He was so excited about it. I was just like, dude, I got the media guys like, hey, let's make a video real quick.
There you go.
The media team here is really
Actually
good.
does.
They made me look not as fumbly as I felt filming that.
Sure.
So it's going to be a good thing. We'll get that out probably this coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did really good on it. So it's like, for me, springing it on him and not having anything to go on is like, he's going to rock it here soon. So,
Oh, yeah. Get a few under your belt and rock it out. So where could I go see this video once you get it?
So all of our social media channels get most of the videos. If it's a real long video, that one's probably a 6-minute video.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on YouTube as a long form. But we'll tease it on all the platforms too. So like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. But you'll see the teaser go up when the video's ready, and then you guys can watch it and see what you think.
Is that just ICT Billet or?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Before we get done, tell us about this crazy thing.
Oh man. So we've been working a lot with Magnuson, one of our new vendors here, and they're just like, hey, we got this crazy new blower. And they're like, you want to put it on something? We're like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like, it looks ridiculous. So then Tate and them found that giant like triple top. Those are like 4 3/8 throttle bodies, which is way too much for a little LS. But that one's actually got a progressive to where you could run one blade will open till you get it like 75% of the way there, and then the other two will come open.
Oh, cool.
We didn't want to run it on a single because it's going to end up in our truck. I guarantee you, probably this year. So
Okay.
we're probably going to rip the Hellcat off, throw away the hood, and then have this thing sticking out, make us a little burnout truck, and see how black we could paint the parking lot here. So I don't know if you guys ever look at the shop, but like if you ever drive by, just see how much black's out there. We haven't had too many good cars lately. Otherwise, it used to be super black, but we're going to start really painting it up here soon with this setup. But
Rodney.
Yeah.
Rodney, did you see the video of them wrapping lights around the Christmas tree in the parking lot? That was awesome.
I think I did actually. Yes. With the car
That was a great video.
Yeah.
that poor truck. that thing, we like took it out to get new tires on it the other day. Probably held it on the rev-o-meter for a minute and a half trying to get rid of the last of the tires. And then I get to the tire store and it's still got tread, and we're like, God dang it, like it's just staying on it. But that poor thing is just seeing so many donuts, and it was not made to be wrapping lights around a Christmas tree, let me tell you. But
it did a good job.
It did pretty good. So we'll see if it can do better in the future.
Very cool.
What's the engine underneath this monster here?
That one, these are just like mock engines, so there's not even actually a crank in it. It just has a little aluminum stub on the front.
What's it gonna be?
What's in the truck now is a 6-liter. We got an aluminum steel block 6-liter Gen 4 in it. So it's just stock right now, which I'm not too much on the board of like this needs to be a high-end build, because if it sings a rod through the block, I think it might be more fun than if it lived. So we gotta try the next one. So I don't know, maybe we'll see if we could blow it up and have a competition on how long it takes for it to spill its guts out there.
But that's a high ram base, tick intercooler, our adapter plate to get to that blower.
Yep.
Moab, mother of all blowers, blower.
Yep, little 3.1 liter.
Yep.
Supercharger.
And the hat situation, which the progressive is kind of the coolest thing in the hat too. I don't know if you played with that at PRI, but super cool.
Yeah, did you guys see that there?
Oh yeah.
I saw it. Didn't mess with
We
it.
didn't mess with it. We saw it.
Yeah,
Just
you
like,
got to keep it in the shop. We're always in there. If we're talking to somebody, we're like playing with it, and then it's got the 6XD sequential 6-speed manual on the back of it. And that thing, you're always in there popping gears on it. I know the 6XD guys, we went to their booth and people are clicking on theirs. I was like, how many shifts do you think it has? And they're like, oh, probably 10,000 shifts. Everybody's in there just click, 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 pulling through the gears. But it's kind of fun to get, a little stress out, go out there and pop a few gears on it.
is this picture taken in your warehouse? Is this the background good, or is this an AI?
Yep. No, that's our background. That's our receiving little area there.
I was just going to say, you come a long way from your little 2x4 bench.
Little 2x4 shelf.
Yeah. No, we actually got some pallet rack. That's kind of where I was saying. It's like we've been out of space for the last, 5 years or something, but we're putting taller pallet rack in and faster machines, and somehow kind of keep skating deaf here for our space for inventory. But hopefully we got a shop behind us going to move out this year, and then we're just going to put a driveway in to get to the back street so we can just drive through the back of the building. So fingers crossed, we'll have that here later, maybe this summer, fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we might be adding onto the building or kicking out our neighbor and buying his building.
That's a good segue, because one of my final questions was like, where do you see ICT Billet in 5 years?
Oh man, yeah, we're definitely expanding. We're doing a lot with other vendor parts right now. The LT engines, we're going to be doing a lot with that too. Look forward, kind of like you guys are asking, Ford, Hemi, whatever other parts. We're going to be sprinkling those in. We're definitely going to be hitting the LT really hard this year. So you're going to see a lot more supercharger stuff for sure for that. So we've got a accessory drive we're working on now for the LTs to use the like Hellcat supercharger and other LT4 Camaro drives. So we try to use the same drive like on LS engines. We use an LSA drive. That way it doesn't matter which supercharger we use. We just move the pulley on the supercharger to the belt, and it keeps everything simple. Like our whole premise is just like make everything as universal as possible where it fits the maximum vehicles, and it takes the guesswork out of it for anybody building this stuff. So it makes it way simpler. So we're going to do that with the LT as well.
Yep. Get more customers too.
More customers, more new friends. So
right.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys bored, ever come by, just check out the shop and you get to see it. And probably
I might just come get it too.
Yeah, you guys should.
Yep. Shannon,
parking lot.
I work with Shannon Campbell, Jordan's dad.
Oh, yep.
And Shannon took me through there. It's been a few months back. He ran me through the place, there's stuff all over. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And you're out of room.
Yeah. It's pretty full in here. But yeah, those are super great dudes. Love Shannon. He's a good dude. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Rodney, when you need them Ford parts, you got to call every day and just call. They'll know.
we're gonna look in there. I'm gonna know what happens because you're gonna be like forward. It's gonna water down that last request.
Yeah. Well, you saw some Holly stuff too. I may come in for that.
Yep. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of things like if we don't have it, we could get it too. So any of the shops out there, they got accounts with us, so they get a discount on it, even if they can't get a discount for, say, Holly parts or other vendors. We can, push that discount forward to them.
Very
Do
cool.
you stock a decent amount of Holly product?
Oh yeah, we stock a lot of stuff. If you look at our website, like our website's actually really good. If it says it's in stock, we actually have it. So
Cool.
that's kind of one thing. We try to make it really consistent because if you're in there trying to next day something, it says it's in stock, like it should be there and it should be at your house the next day. And we're going to make damn sure that that's what happens for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's even better when we live here. We just drive over and get it.
I mean, that's the best way. You go back there and pick it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Allison made a comment about the best sales team. How many are on the sales team?
We've got 3 currently, with our 4th coming in. Our drift one, yeah. It's my girlfriend Allison. She's kick ass. So she's the one that keeps the wheels turning here. So
Are you
here? Say hi to her.
First shift, or you run a night shift as well, or?
Yeah, we run 3 shifts. So
Okay.
we've ran 3 shifts since maybe 12 years. No, wait.
Wow.
At least 11 years, I bet. Yeah, we run all around the clock. Some of the guys even come out on the weekends and work too. I think our shipper's shipping right now.
Dang, that's awesome, man.
That is awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. What a great American story, to start out in your garage, building one, having one machine there with the 2x4 for a shelf with a printed ticket with the bend over polisher there from the UPS box or whatever that was to 16 years later, 4 employees and just 4 countries. I heard you say Amazon. I mean, it's a great American dream. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been great. And it's just, like I said, it's the people. You guys know it. You're getting, you guys got your show here. It's just like, it's all about the people at the end of the day. Like we're out there, like these are lifelong friends and things of ours, whether they're in a different state or country. It's just like, it's great to be part of this community. There's such great people out there, and whether you're winning or losing at the race, like it's just the camaraderie at the end of the day. So,
yeah,
well said.
Yep.
I bet that guy next to you is excited. I'm excited for him.
Dude, I don't know if he's more excited than me, but I mean, I'm pumped about this. So
I'm mad that it snowed. I was going to stripe the parking lot a little bit tomorrow, but
I think we can still do it.
Yep.
Get out there and clean it off. Make it happen.
I was out there doing donuts and skid steer earlier, so we got some space cleared off. So I think we're gonna have to make TJ do a burnout.
Make sure the media is rolling film.
That's right. The first day you got to bring donuts in for everybody, TJ.
Indeed. Glad you reminded me.
The parking lot time.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Very cool.
I like where this is going.
Alan, just real quick, if you want, we always have a segment show where we talk about, thanking anybody, that sort of thing. We usually have a lot of car guys on here. Couldn't do it without these people type, time. If the floor is yours, if you want to say anything.
Dude, it's like, where do you even start? Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody else and the customers and things, to put their trust in us. Like I've had friends from the beginning. My family's like super solid. My parents thugged it out, stayed together all these years. Like just having that base, like I'm so grateful to have that. And then to have the family I have, girlfriend, the kids, like everybody up here, like we have such a killer team. Like if you talk to any of us here, everybody's super friendly and just try to help each other out. Our goal is to like see each and every like employee win. Like we're all about winning. So we're not about like, hey, there's this problem. We're like, what's going good? Like we have morning meetings where like everybody's giving their wins. Like we have manager meeting during the day. Everybody has to give their win. Like it's not a choice. So it's like, what's going good for you today? So it's just like we pay that forward to our customers everybody around us, whether they're here or at a restaurant or somebody that we're meeting. So it's just thank you to everybody that's, ever interacted with us. We're so grateful for it.
That's a great approach. A lot of times, most of the time, meetings are about what's wrong and what happened, and to have meetings about what's going good, that's a great approach.
That used to be like the old way. Like old me, like I'd be like, hey, this is wrong and change this. And then once you change that to where everybody's winning, the problems solve themselves. And it's just like, it was such a breakthrough, but it's so simple. You're just like
morale and attitude probably gets better too.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much better. You get to attract, better employees and things too.
Sure.
And it makes your own life and your own family's life that much better. So
well said.
Speaking of your employees, I'm gonna bring this up and give him a shout out. Tayton says I was doing donuts. I was doing donuts in the snow just yesterday in the parking lot.
I wonder why there's big like hills of like snow in areas, and like, God, who's doing this?
On my engine build, I was looking at some alternator bracket and fuel pump bracket, and I went into the showroom, and right away Tayton came out, Calvin came out. I had questions, and they had answers. There was tremendous help. So coming into this, on the phone, you probably get the same result on the phone, but coming into the showroom and getting help from them guys was a great help. So you got great people on your team.
We really appreciate
and TJ, there's TJ.
And there's TJ, yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's a great team. I love coming to work every day. Truly excited each morning we get up. I'm sure a lot of the guys here are the same way too. It's just, we get to talk cars with you guys all day. So
there you go.
Cool thing.
Yeah.
When Tayton was a real little kid, he lived 2 houses down from me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he lived in my cul-de-sac here.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Small world.
Just a little dude. Yep.
Yeah.
Little kid.
Grown up now.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How funny.
Yeah. Small world here. So.
Yep.
Very cool. Gary, you got anything else for us?
I don't. That wraps it up pretty much, looks like.
Very cool. We appreciate you guys coming on. Man, 2 hours goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys having us on. So it's great talking with you. Never done one of these before. So it's
cool.
Good. We'll have to circle back in a couple years and see how TJ is doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
He might have his own podcast and have invite you guys on.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Well, Alan, you said this is your first, and you sat there and did this like you do it every day. So,
man, you did a great job, guys.
It's been quite a change because I grew up introverted, and now there's just like these are things I have to do, and you're just like I don't have a choice, but we're gonna go through this. So,
so here and talk.
You guys keep me going.
There you go.
Yeah, talking cars is easy.
Yeah, that's one for sure.
Tayton says Gary is the reason I have a Fox body.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Is that a good or bad influence?
Sorry.
In a low bank account.
Sorry about that.
Very cool.
Somebody here. This is Valerie Bolin.
Yep.
We have the best team culture. We all love working at ICT Billet.
Oh, there you
She's
go.
awesome. She's our admin. So.
Okay, cool.
Well said. It seems like it's the winningest spread.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bunch of killers over here. So
Good for you.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. Appreciate you coming on. Have a great week. Stay warm. And I'm going to take you up on that tour for real. Come walk.
Let's do it, man. Come
All
on
right.
in.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's do it tomorrow and then see if he'll do a burnout in the parking lot.
Whoa.
Be driving the wrong car for burnouts.
Well, Alan said bring your wife's car. It's funner racing with your wife's car. He said.
I'm telling you.
There you go.
That's
That's funny.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right, man. See you guys.
Good night.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
That was great insight into ICT Billet. So cool.
And, pretty quick, right? Just to have that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
2013 wasn't very long ago. Gavin Graham, I think this is a employee. Gavin says Alan's win tomorrow is he survived the podcast.
Yeah. That's it. No, he did a great job. And I know he was a little nervous. We talked about that earlier this week and coming on, and TJ did a great job as well. I'm excited for both of them, you know, and it's a new adventure. You know, it's a big step for TJ too, stepping out of aviation.
Oh, yeah.
And, after being head of engineering and stuff and at Airbus. And, but yeah, no, I think it's going to work well together. And, like I said, I been in there a few times, haven't really got anything, but it's just a great American story, man. Golly, I'm jealous.
Yeah. And man, like just 2013 doesn't seem that long ago. But it really was. It was. Yeah, that's got quite a few numbers behind it now, and just you know, it goes so fast. And he's built such a great company over the years, and extremely successful in the parts, you know, LS specific, but parts market, aftermarket, extremely successful.
Right,
man.
Yeah, got a great attitude and a great drive, and just a normal guy. Nothing, you know, and he could have changed, and he just seems so relaxed and laid back, and you know, and he's running a great company. Fantastic.
Yep. So make cool stuff, make new friends, do cool things, and that's a good deal. There's Doug Perry. Great show, guys. Thanks, Doug.
Appreciate it, Doug. Thanks for everybody coming on and listening in, and know a little bit about ICT Billet now. That's awesome.
That's what's cool about doing this is you learn stuff about people you didn't know. And that's a really cool piece of this.
That's exactly
We've known TJ a long time, you know, and it's cool. Tomorrow morning he's got a whole new thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wonder how he'll sleep. How will he sleep tonight? Yeah.
Day one tomorrow, man. It's awesome.
He's out of the aerospace industry and into the automotive side.
Yeah. Interesting here in Wichita how that goes hand in hand, you know, with the you know, you're a good example of that as well.
Yeah. Yep. On the aerospace side. Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. Really cool, man. That was great. Thanks to them for a fun show.
Definitely. Well, we ready to call it a weekend?
I think so. Get back to work tomorrow and get out in the cold. I got my truck plugged in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's going to be cold in the morning, man.
Yes, golly. This week, I'm a little colder. It'll warm up by the end of the week, I think.
Yeah. When the overnight stuff is going to be really cold. But, not a fan. Let's shout out to these partners again on the way out the door here.
Sounds good.
Give a big shout out and thank you to these great partners in 2026. Titans of 10-5, CMB, Chuck's Metal Buildings and Construction, Harry Street Carpet, Ozark Raceway, Mobile Recon Mobile Detailing, Ultra Color Collision Repair, TNS Race Cars, and Sandland Iron and Metal. Thank you again for being great partners with us in 2026.
Nice. Great job, Gary.
Heck yeah, man.
All right. Well, everybody stay warm. We'll cut back with you, and I'm going to go get a tour this week, and hopefully you get a call about an engine or a automobile you're ready to pick up in Salina. And
I hope it warms up first. We'll be out in the cold.
Yeah, man. You know what they're doing? They're gonna call you. The paint shop's gonna call, and you're gonna pick it up, and they're already gonna have the engine in there. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh man, maybe so.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe so.
I'm gonna finish
just drive it in the trailer. Shoot.
There you go.
Man.
Streetcar. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this little transmission on the side and start working on a wing.
Yep, your car is gonna look good with that wing on there.
I'm excited. Cool.
All right, you ready?
Right. Yep, let's do it.
High five. Pow.
Good one. Right on time.
We'll figure something out for next week or whatever our plan is going to be. Is that Ginger over there?
Yeah, she barked.
There she is.
Yeah,
she barked. I heard her bark.
Yeah, we'll do next week, and then we got Super Bowl week. So.
Oh, right. Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
All right.
Little mascot.
Very good. Bye, Ginger. We got a late comment in here. Yeah, there's Tim. Oh, that's an old. I didn't roll down far enough. It's like 6 weeks.
Sounds good.
All right, let's shut her down. All right, good night, Rod. Good night, everybody.